Hello. Today we're going to be talking about an introduction to the books of Acts and early Christian developments. So, one of the most significantly early events in the church was known as the Jerusalem Conference, as described in Acts 15. This meeting addressed whether Gentiles that converted to Christianity needed to adopt Jewish laws. Now, the decision marked a turning point, emphasizing the need to include others and the church's openness to people of diverse backgrounds. By deciding that Gentiles can join the church without full conversion to Judaism, the early church set a more foundation for a universal faith. This decision highlighted the newly created challenge of balancing tradition with a growing diverse congregation.
Gentile converts must follow our law, or they do not belong.
We have seen them firsthand. They do not need to abide by this. It is too big of a burden for them.
I agree very much. We should not make it difficult for them. Instead, we should allow them to our congregation where they can come close to the Lord.
So, moving forward, the next thing we'll be talking about is involving Nero and persecution. So, around 62 AD, Nero, the Roman emperor, initiated a campaign of persecution against Christians, starting with blaming them for the Great Fire of Rome, for example. Christians were often viewed with suspicion due to their refusal to participate in Roman civic rituals and worship of local gods. This persecution was not just about religion, it was about control and maintaining the social order. This time of suffering tested the resilience of early Christians and deepened the community's commitment to their faith, even in the face of harsh opposition, showing how powerful their belief in the words of Jesus really were.
They have denied our gods, and they've disrupted our order. It was definitely the Christians who started this fire. Punish them now. As you wish, Emperor Nero.
The next thing we will now address is related to the Apostle Paul. So, the Apostle Paul's missionary journeys were essential to the spread of Christianity. After his conversion, Paul became one of the most influential advocates for the faith, traveling abundantly to share the gospel. His eventual arrival in Rome symbolized the spread of Christianity to the core of the Roman Empire. This event represents the gospel region known as the ends of the earth. As Rome was known as the center of the world at the time, it leads to the Roman citizens. Through his perseverance, Paul exemplified the transformative power of faith and inspired many others to embrace Christianity, especially as it was in Rome.
I must go to Rome and spread the gospel of Jesus Christ.
So now moving forward, we're still going to be mentioning Paul, but said we're going to bring another significant figure, also known as Stephen. Stephen was known as the first Christian martyr, who was a significant figure for change in the early church. His death caused the disciples of Jesus to flee once this event occurred, which also then sparked another specific event. That would be Saul, who would later be turned to Paul, seeking to find those disciples and persecute them for their beliefs, being the opponent of Christianity he was at the time. This then would also turn to the event of Saul's dramatic conversion after encountering Jesus on the road to Damascus with his then malice intent, turning him from a almost cruel opponent of Christianity into now to one of its greatest advocates.
I will go and find the Christians.
So,
What?
so, why do you persecute me?
I am now a Christian!
To finally conclude, we will be discussing about the role of the Holy Spirit in the New Covenant. Throughout the book of Acts, the Holy Spirit is portrayed as a guiding force in the lives of the apostles and the early church. The coming of the Holy Spirit at Pentecost marked the birth of the church, empowering the apostles to spread the gospel across different regions. This event signified the shift from the Old Covenant, based on the law, to the New Covenant, where believers were guided by the Spirit. The Holy Spirit's presence enabled early Christians to perform miracles and preach fiercely. emphasizing God's ongoing work in the world and underscoring the promise of salvation.
Oh! We are now compelled with the Holy Spirit. Let's go out and spread the gospel.
Thank you for watching the vlog. Hope you appreciate it. Hope you learned something. This is credits here. One of our actors, Andrew. And yeah, that was pretty good. Have a good day.